Well, let's get straight into it. The best call team in the business assembled in the Triple M commentary box. And the man just to my right, 1,242 goals, 4 premierships with the Hawthorn Football Club. The Chief is with us, Jason Dunstall. Good evening, Chief.
Evening, Duke. Looking forward to tonight's clash. It's going to be a belter.
Alongside Chief, the number one newsbreaker in football, Damien Barrett, is in outstanding newsbreaking form. Welcome to you, Damo.
G'day, Darcy, boys.
Alongside Damo is a legend of the Melbourne Football Club, 6-time All-Australian to go with that, the Lone Wolf, Gary Lyon. Good evening, Gaz.
Happy to be here. What are you laughing at, next guest?
The man in the pink shirt, Gary, of course, celebrating 30 years as the biggest name in media, in sport, 300 games with Geelong on top of that. The great man, the fossil, Sam Newman. Welcome, Sam.
Thanks, Luke. If I'm not mistaken, this is not a visual medium. The man to your right, no one would know that he's on your right for a start. No one would know that I'm wearing a pink shirt.
People love the behind-the-scenes stuff, Sam, and you can go to triplem.com.au. You'll see your attire,
will you?
And you'll see you holding a Mikey card, which was the transport you used to get yourself here this evening. You caught a train here tonight.
Did not.
What, Chief? You
caught a train?
I caught a tram, Chief.
A tram?
Yeah. Well, if you could have picked me up in the brown Volvo, of course, but of course...
I would have if you asked.
Well, I wouldn't fit in it. You consume it.
You caught a tram.
You actually envelop it. You wear that Volvo. I've seen wheels hanging out your butt.
It's a bit harsh.
It's a bit harsh, Chief, I'll be honest.
How was your trip in, old Forsler?
It's old, it rattles.
Were there people your own age on board?
That's just me, eh?
There would have been people your vintage.
That's right, senior citizens. And we get on it, and it smells, and there's food morsels in the corner, and there's people expectorating.
Well, at least, Sam, at least...
Flatulence is just rife.
At least
no
people,
one knows where the bloody thing's going. You just got to get on and quickly hop off.
At least people have to get up and give you the choice seats as soon as you walk in. That's got to be a bonus.
No, I've worked that out, Chief. Just strap some leg irons on, or one leg. Just put a couple of steel rods on one of your legs, and you always get a seat.
What did it? Just tell me this. You walked on, you got on.
Yes.
Then what did you do?
What did I do?
Yeah, tell me exactly what you did.
I sat there and watched the world go by.
Is that what you did? You just sat there and looked out the window?
I did. And
dribble coming down
I
the
know you'll... Please don't think that this is... I'm not... But you sit in the window, and as you come to a stop, people there look through the window and go...
That's the enforcer.
And they go, is that Sam Newman? Well, I think, shit, if people see me too much on a tram... but I came on a tram.
And the gazillion-dollar Mikey card system worked seamlessly, did it?
Yeah, slap it on, and I've used the Mikey system for a while, and I didn't realise you had to slap it on and slap it off. I've got a bill from Mikey. They said I was on a tram for 2 weeks. Because, you wouldn't know this, Chief, but you bang it on the panel, and when you get off, you bang it on again. I didn't realise you had to bang it on to get off.
You don't pay, though, do you?
Well, who pays?
But you got the old person. You're like...
Senior citizen.
Pensioners card.
I pay. You got to go and top it up at a newsagent.
How much was that?
I went to a 7-Eleven. There was an Indian man, a very nice man. Don't worry, this is not going anywhere. And I said, mate, do you... can I top my Mikey card up? He said, pardon? And this went on. I had a 2-hour conversation with him, and in the end he said, no, we don't take Mikey cards. I said, well, it's advertised on the window. He said, well, I'll take it off. And he went out. As I walked away, he was peeling it off.
You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or text us 1991051, or you can see the photo of Sam with his Mikey card at triplem.com.au in the pink shirt. Not hard to miss.
How are you getting home, Sam?
You're dropping him off.
Very good. Yeah, exactly. What time are you winding this up, Chief?
I'm a little bit after you've gone.
Okay. Have you fixed the seats in the car? You broke all the seats in that bucket seat that you sit in.
I took them out to make it more spacious and comfortable.
What, you got just a bar there to just swing off?
A couple of branches.
Hey?
Unless you got a little tree growing in it.
You sit on a couple of coconuts to drive it. No, Chief, I'll be getting the tram home. It's actually a pleasant form of transport.
Will you be racing straight home to get in front of the TV to watch this blockbuster tonight between arguably with the greatest rivalry in the game?
Yeah, of course I will be, Gary. I will be doing that.
Yeah. What will you be most anticipating about the clash of the Titans tonight?
I'll be anticipating that the tram's held up and I don't quite make it until the game's finished, and then you can tell me when I listen in to hear the review that someone won it.
Yeah.
Well, if you quaff down a couple of bottles of red, you probably won't take much notice of it, will you?
Not a lot. No, I'm interested in it. It'd be a great game. Just pity I wasn't here to watch it.
What about you, Warrior? What sort of crowd are we expecting tonight? It's going to be.
It's going to be 80
a perfect
plus,
night.
guys, isn't it?
They've got to hit the 90s tonight, surely.
Well, we thought that in round one, didn't we, a few times? And it fell short. Just the crowd an hour ago wasn't that big. I know that's not often a great sign, but it wasn't what it was a couple of weeks ago. So I think it'll fall short of 90 the way they're shaping up.
Big weekend coming up for everyone. Of course, Collingwood and Carlton tonight is going to be massive. But Logies as well for you, Sam, on Sunday night.
We're all going, aren't we? You going? You're going?
Chief and
I work Sundays, Sam.
What?
I have to work.
Okay.
Not all night, you know.
Not all night, Chief.
Well, it'll be long over by the time I finish work,
What?
Gary.
You reckon the Logies winds up at 9:30, do you?
Well, that's when you're starting to think about the after party, isn't it?
Long before that. No, so you'll be going, won't you? What about the Duke? You'll be there.
Nah, not required. Mark Howard's going for the first time ever on Sunday night. He's put his hand up and said Howie will be there. Not required for me.
He's going to find out how boring a night it is very quickly. First up, Howie.
You got up and danced last year, Gary.
I did.
Jessie J.
Dance.
She's one of my
sang
favourites. Might have had a couple
of
by
flow
that stage. What time are you getting there, Samuel? And what will you be wearing?
I'll be wearing just a sort of a tux, maybe the open neck trousers, just as I sneak down the red carpet.
Will you have the
with
runners
a pair
on
of
again?
Pumps and some spats,
Sneakers?
maybe an epaulette or two, some
Colostomy bag?
amulets and trinkets. A colostomy bag.
What's your favourite name? For people, a lot of our listeners... A lot of our listeners would like an insight to the... Have you pardon?
A lot of our listeners have
We haven't asked the question yet.
Sorry.
A lot of our listeners would like an insight into the Logies, and yet you've been to more Logies than any of us, so take us through the night.
No, I haven't been of late.
No, not of late, but you have over the journey. You've been a real regular...
Did street talk there a few years.
Yeah, no, we haven't been since we haven't been allowed to do street talk there.
So what happens? Just give us a bit of a quick summary of the night.
Well, you arrive in a limo and you all circle around the block until it's your turn to walk up the red carpet.
Yeah.
People think you just get out of the car and walk in and say, gee, that's nicely timed, but you go round and round until your number comes up. You sit in the back of the car, for 2 hours, just sitting and saying, is ours going to stop this time? No, we're doing another round of the block. I say, round we go. And we all get out, and then we field questions from the assembled media.
The throng?
Who progressively try to ask you more stupid questions just so they can hang their hat on some provocative statement you'll make.
What questions do they ask you, Sam? Give us an example of what you've been asked over the years.
Who are you wearing tonight?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. What are you? Who will you be wearing? What do you think's going to happen? Who are you with tonight?
Who will you be with at the
say,
end of the night?
who are you, as we walk up? No, that's what they do, and they try and get snatches from you so that they can replay on their programs.
How about the after party action, Sam? It's been famous over the years.
I haven't been able to pass the physical many years. Gets underway about midnight, Chief, as you'd appreciate, and they bring out just amounts of Moet and Mumm champagne and
Magnums,
Methuselahs, Chief, Jeroboams.
I like that.
Do you like a Jeroboam?
Yeah,
and that's just for the upper echelon. The riffraff, like us, we get herded in like cattle into a sort of a bingo hall, and we chat and vomit and burp, and eventually security come and hose us out onto the footpath, and we get in a large wagon, and people drop us off selectively at your destination and say, get out, that's it. See you next year. And that's about how it works. The very few Logies we've won were from the footy show. We never saw them. Ed took them all home. He's built a kid's playroom out of the steel. We never saw him. He's got 100. But I believe we did win some, but we never saw them ever.
I'll tell you what, Fossil, there's a lot of love coming for you from the Twitter, because I know you don't tweet, and neither do I. I don't think anyone in this room does, but in actual fact.
Damo does.
Oh, Warrior does. He doesn't. Does Howie? He probably does too. No, Howie doesn't. But no, I want to say, good to see the Foss with his seniors, Mikey. The loafers, they're a bit worried about your shoes.
Has they been on too?
Yeah, they've been on. What's with Fossils shoes, boys? That's from Lockie McGlashan. Ben Gold says, see the cashed up Fossils gone for the seniors Mikey card. Still paying over the odds for the service. That's not pink, it's aggressive salmon. That's your shirt. That's from Sean Voss. Says Dan Castelli says you can see the shirt from the southern stand. So Dan's over there looking at you. So there's a lot of love. And when was the lessons from Ricky Richard Kershaw? The Chief and the Foss in the same room. When was the last time that happened?
I tell you the last time it happened, Chief, when you had this extraordinary conversation with me about numbing someone. I didn't even know what numbing was. But
it wasn't numbing.
What humming? What was it? Humming, that's what it was. Was it humming?
What?
I don't know. The Chief said...
Don't go there,
Chief, this man, who was this man, asked the question when was on, and the Chief said you need to be hummed.
I never
What are
said
they?
that.
Hum nuts. And I said, what are hum nuts? And the Chief...
Please don't go there, Sam.
He's lost it, the Chief.
The Chief collapsed into a lather of sweat and like he was on heat or in musk.
If I recall, Samuel, you lost it so badly you had to walk out of the box.
Because during
talk.
this break you explained what hum nuts were. I thought they were just some edible food that you could get out of the canteen, and you explained like a cashew, like a walnut, like some sort of nut.
Coffee bean.
Exactly, but the Chief had a completely different explanation of what a hum nut was, and I saw the humour of it because I'd been talking about something completely different, but it all made sense if you didn't know what it was.
We need to take our first break, Sam. We've got another one from Twitter here. A regular Twitter spotted Sam in Middle Park yesterday, and it's got a little story to tell. I'll get to that after the break. The great Stephen Kernahan, the Carlton president, is going to join us at 6:45. Looking forward to catching up with the great man. Sam Newman's back.
Who's that?
The Lone Wolf, Gary Lyon, Damien Barrett, and the Chief, Jason Dunstall. It's Carlton hosting Collingwood at the MCG, the blockbuster tonight.